Have you ever watched a movie and felt like there's a hidden layer, a deeper meaning pulsating just beneath the surface of every scene? Welcome to the Film Essence, the place where we don't just retell stories, we delve into their very soul, uncovering the profound messages that make them timeless. Today, we race stepping into the ring to explore the life of a man who didn't just change the world with his fists, but with his unwavering faith and his powerful voice. We're talking about the one, the only, the legend Muhammad Ali. As seen through the lens of the film that bears his self-proclaimed title, The Greatest. The film The Greatest isn't just another sports biopic. It's a cinematic journey that begins in the heart of Louisville, Kentucky. It introduces us to a determined young boy, Cassius Clay, whose life takes an unexpected turn. Can you imagine it? A stolen bicycle becomes the catalyst for a legend. Frustrated and wanting justice, the young Cassius is directed to a local boxing gym run by a police officer, Joe Martin. The officer's advice? You better learn how to fight before you start challenging people, and so he did, under the guidance of his coach. Cassius Clay discovers more than just the mechanics of a jab and a cross. He learns about discipline, the kind of grit that gets you back on your feet when you've been knocked down. He learns about courage, not just the courage to face an opponent in the ring, but the courage to face the world outside it. Most importantly, he learns what it truly means to fight for something bigger than a trophy. His talent was undeniable, a raw, explosive force of nature. We watch as his skill sharpens, his footwork becomes poetry in motion, and his confidence grows with every victory. The world starts to take notice. This isn't just another boxer. This is a phenomenon. His rise is meteoric, culminating in a stunning victory over Sonny Liston to become the heavyweight champion of the world. He shook up the world, just as he said he would. But the most significant transformation was yet to come, soon after this monumental win. Cassius Clay makes a decision that sends shockwaves across the globe. He embraces the nation of Islam and changes his name. He sheds the identity the world knew and emerges as Muhammad Ali. This wasn't just a name change. It was a profound declaration of his spirit, his faith, and his identity. He found a new purpose, one that extended far beyond the four corners of the boxing ring. He was no longer just a champion of sport. He was becoming a champion of the people. Then comes the moment that truly defines his legacy. The Vietnam War rages, and Ali is drafted. His response is clear, powerful, and unwavering. I ain't got no quarrel with them Viet Cong. He refuses to fight in a war he doesn't believe in, a war that contradicts his religious principles and his conscience. This act of defiance came at an immense cost. He was stripped of his heavyweight title, his boxing license was revoked, and he faced the threat of prison. He lost his fame, his fortune, and for a time, his freedom. But there was one thing he never, ever lost, his voice. During his exile from boxing, Ali became an even more influential figure. He toured college campuses, speaking out against the war and for civil rights. He was articulate, charismatic, and unapologetic. He forced a conversation that America desperately needed to have. He proved that his strength wasn't just in his punches, but in his principles. And then, after years of legal battles, he made his comeback. This wasn't just a return to the ring. It was a reclamation of his destiny. He wasn't just fighting opponents anymore. He was fighting against history itself. We witnessed the legendary battles that have been seared into our collective memory. The fight of the century against his great rival, Joe Frazier, a brutal, epic contest that tested the limits of human endurance, and of course, a rumble in the jungle in Zaire against the seemingly invincible George Foreman. That fight was a masterclass in strategy and psychological warfare. Everyone thought Ali was finished, that Foreman's power would be too much. But Ali had a plan. He introduced the world to the rope-a-dope, absorbing tremendous punishment while letting Foreman punch himself into exhaustion. And then, in the 8th round, with a stunning flurry of punches, he did the impossible. He knocked out George Foreman and reclaimed the heavyweight championship of the world. Every punch, every taunt, every defiant smile in that ring echoed his famous mantra, I am the greatest. The Greatest is more than a film about boxing. It's a story about conviction. It's about having the courage to stand for what you believe is right, even when the entire world is telling you that you're wrong. Ollie's journey teaches us that true greatness isn't measured by titles, wealth, or public approval. It's not about power or fame. It's found in the quiet, unshakable strength of your own conscience. It's about standing for what's right, even when you have to stand alone. Ollie's legacy is a testament to the power of one individual to challenge the status quo and inspire millions. He was a poet, a prophet, a rebel, and a hero. He showed us that you can be strong and graceful, loud and profound, confident and compassionate, all at the same time. He floated like a butterfly and stung like a bee, not just in the ring, but in the fight for justice and equality. His life was his greatest performance, a masterpiece of courage and belief. And that's the true essence of the film. It captures the spirit of a man who understood that his platform was a gift, a responsibility to speak for those who couldn't. It reminds us all to find our own voice, to define our own greatness, and to fight for the principles that matter most to us. If this story moved you, if it made you think about what it truly means to be great, then please show your support. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the Film Essence, and ring that notification bell. We have so many more cinematic souls to explore together, because here, we don't just watch movies, we live them. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you in the next one.